there's a couple pieces for our curriculum for next year that I'm having trouble deciding on. So today I am headed over to the homeschool bookstore in Raleigh. I forget the name. I think it's called Homeschool Connections. I'll put it right here in case you happen to be in the area. It is a great store. They have some new stuff and then a huge selection of used stuff. They have tables so you can take what you want and go sit down and look at the things. They also have a bunch of free bins. So I'm going to head over there and see what I can find. I thought I'd take you along with me. I have a new audiobook ready to go, and I walked out without bringing anything to eat, so I stopped at the gas station and grabbed some peanut butter crackers. Not the best choice, but of what they had, it was one of the better ones. So, let's go. I have on my iPad all the things I need or that I want to look at today in my iPad homeschool planner, and then I also have my paper one which has some other notes. I laugh when I come because there's always a bunch of minivans here. Rather telling. So let's head in and see what we can find. There's not much in the free boxes today. They always have a bunch set out, but it's a lot of, I don't know, hit or miss and random things, random pieces, and a lot of it's usually pretty old. So, but occasionally you can get some good things. One of my friends got a Oak Meadow physics ones, or some things like that. So anyway, nothing out here for me today. So let's go inside. This is all the new section. They've got a pretty good selection of new things. I'm looking for Elizabeth's advanced algebra for next year, but I don't see it. But if you want Singapore or Saxon, there is plenty of that. So they have their high school stuff actually separated, which I didn't know. Well, still no luck with Elizabeth's algebra. But they do have the biology I want to look at. And I laughed because this is the same geometry cover that I had in high school 28 years ago, I think is when I had geometry. I can't believe they haven't updated the cover. Let's go take a look at this one and all my other stuff. All of those stacks are mine. So let's see what we can figure out. I saw this on Rainbow Resources catalog. The newest one.
I looked in the box and
Elizabeth finished analytical grammar last year, and I was thinking about getting this for her. She's doing British literature with our homeschool co-op, so it kind of go along with it. There's 18 lessons, so it's not too too high, I don't know what I'm trying to say, too intense or anything. It'd just be kind of one lesson a week.
there were a couple of things.
So I think I may get this one for her. And then I was looking at Homeschool Spanish for Matthew. He's taking Spanish in our co-op. But, so I thought I'd get something to go with it. But this one is, I mean, it's through 3rd grade, and so it's definitely a little babyish, but I like the amount of material that's in it. So I'm gonna see if I can find something else for him instead. And then I grabbed, Matthew needs Beast for next year, and I need to check, make sure that that's a better price than what I can get on Rainbow Resource. But this is the only 2 they had. And then those I just need to decide if I want to buy them or not. Okay, so now I have this one and this one for Elizabeth. And then I'll send the lab for it. And then I want to look at this one from Ben when he finishes 5, or Beast Academy 5 this year. So one of the things Ben likes about Beast Academy is that there is not a lot to the lesson, and there's not a lot of repetition with the problems, the exercises. And this is similar in that regard. This is Jacob's Algebra Master Books. Recently bought them out, but this was the original edition. They made some changes to it. I first heard about this on Well Trained Mind. And it's an Algebra 1, but I'm thinking of it more of kind of a, before he's ready to take Algebra 1 through the online class that Elizabeth does, that this might be a good introduction to it, kind of a bridge between Beast Academy, instead of doing like an actual pre-algebra, that this might be a good transition. Next up is biology. I was really looking for the Glencoe biology, but this publisher, or these authors, Miller and Levine, come highly recommended. So, I've been told that they're one of the better ones as far as like actual strong biology. So I'm gonna look through it. We have, she's going to do 3 great courses in biology, but I'd like to have a text as well for reference and for some areas where the other ones aren't well explained.
No, I didn't.
So this one looks good. They give you questions to begin with and vocabulary. How to take notes. I like that. Hope that's not blurry. Yeah, vocabulary words in highlighted. I think this looks pretty good. This one was from 1995. So I wanted something a little more updated. So I decided against that for now. And then these are not the book I thought they were. I thought these were Glencoe, and they were not. These are all the books I've decided against. And then I really decided against this one because this one is more updated, but the price difference is huge. This is $9 and this one is $45. So I don't know, maybe I should look and see what's different between them before I actually decide. I'll do a better haul either at the end of this video or as a separate one, but I want to flip through and just do a quick show of what you got. These were a third of the price in the used section, nothing written in them, as they were brand new. So that was a great find. These were priced higher than normal, like brand new, from the company, and so I mentioned it, and there's writing in it. So she said because of that, because of the writing, they don't accept them. So she gave me both of those free. So there's not much written in them. So that was a deal. Okay. So I made a pretty good haul there. The biology book, I really liked it, but when I checked on Amazon used, they had it, same one, for under 20. They started at 15 used, and that was 45. So I can't justify spending that much more on it for, you know, brand new quality. Can't justify it. So I'm gonna get, but I am pretty sure I'm gonna get it. So I'll get that at home. Yeah, and one of the takeaways I got was definitely, if there's a workbook that you are going to buy new, go ahead and take a look in the used section, because there were a lot, if there's writing in it, they don't accept it to consign. So if it's in the used section, there's not supposed to be any writing in it, and so you can get it at a great price. And compare copies, like for the Life of Fred books that I was looking at, there were ones for the same book that ranged in price from $6 to $15. Well, why am I going to spend $12 or $15 when I could choose one that's $6? So definitely flip around and compare the prices in all of them. I am going to hit Costco and maybe Trader Joe's on the way home. I allotted 2 hours for being in here, and I was just over 2 hours. So I'm going to get some lunch and then hit the other places. Just a few things from Trader Joe's. We love their roasted corn. Other than that, hash browns. This bread is really good for toast. Some of these, I've never had those before. And some fresh flowers. So my main goal in going today was to look for a writing program for Ben. I did not have any luck. I didn't really expect to. He did a ultimate mystery writing guide last year that took him through step by step of writing a mystery, and it was from Teachers Pay Teachers. And he absolutely loved it, and he wanted more of that. Unfortunately, the person who did that doesn't have any others. If you know of something like that, that's specifically like story writing, step-by-step type thing, I would love for you to leave me a comment down below and let me know so I can look for something. I saw a couple things on Teachers Pay Teachers that I've looked at, and I just haven't decided if I want to do them or not. But I got some other things. The science book that I looked at for Elizabeth the Biology, like I said in the video, I found it for 1/3 of the price on Amazon used, so I'm going to buy from there. And then I was going to buy the boys' maps, charts, and graphs geography books, but they were, I think, $3 each more than what I buy them on from Rainbow Resource. Like, I think that's 30% more, roughly. That's a significant enough savings that I'll just buy it from Rainbow Resource when I place a haul, or when I place an order from there. And, but yeah, I got some good deals, some really good deals. And yeah, so I'm going to turn the camera around and show you my haul. Thanks for traveling with me today. Okay, so I thought I'd give you a look into what I ended up purchasing. I think I showed this one. This one's for Ben, who's in he'll be in 6th grade. Each lesson is just one type of part of speech or whatever, and then they work with that. It's pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of writing, which was something I wanted to be sure of. Like, so for the active one, they gave it to you in passive voice, and you just have to switch it around into active. So there are, I don't remember, I think it'll be enough that we can just do like one a week. Yeah, one lesson a week for him, and then he will start analytical grammar this year. The first season, which is what he'll do this school year, I think is, I don't remember how long it is. I'm making a mess. Is it really only 10 weeks? Yeah, looks like it's only 10 weeks. So that'll be him. We'll probably do that starting in January. And these I got for science this year. I am putting together a national parks science-based curriculum, and so I thought this would be good for when we study one's near the ocean, and then this one would just be good for reference throughout the year. These are brand new, but they were in the used section. So, and I looked around, and some of them sold for $14, and I found one of each for $7. So that was well worth my time looking around and looking for a different one. But they're brand new, like they've not been used at all. This one will be for Elizabeth next year, and then this one this year because she's doing British Lit at our co-op. And I think there's 10 lessons or something like that, so 18 maybe. So we'll just kind of do them randomly throughout the year as a way to keep fresh on her grammar. We have not purchased most of the Life of Fred books. We've just got them from the library, but I decided to go ahead and grab this one. We may start it this week. And then Elizabeth wanted more mind benders, so I grabbed one of those for her. For Ben, I've been trying to decide what to do for him when we're finished with Beast 5. Because I'm not sure he's going to really need a pre-algebra, but he's not ready to do like the algebra class that Elizabeth did through my homeschoolmathclass.com. So this one I think is going to be a good kind of a transition. Before he does that, the lessons are pretty short, and then there are not a lot of problems. So, yeah, I think this might be a hit. So, we will check that out.